everybody. Welcome to Controlled Burn, our Werewolf the Apocalypse campaign that we are just starting season 2. This is episode 2, and we are getting back into the action tonight. Just some short business to take care of. As usual, I want to thank everyone who's kept up with the channel. We've had a couple new subscribers. Thank you. Glad you're here. Hope we can continue to provide interesting stories for you. If this is your first time here, welcome. You may want to go back to episode 1 just to kind of get back to kind of where we started with this story. But please be sure to give this video a like. We appreciate your support and look forward to providing more fun games for you. Let's go ahead and meet our players. I think tonight I'm going to pick on Whispers first.
Hi, name's Whispers. I do Whispers things. I'm playing Diana Teleletos, the Greek word for perfection.
Well, at least you learned how to pronounce it, because last week you didn't know how to pronounce it.
No, my stutter, my speech impediment. I will fight you. I have a plan.
All right, let's talk to Matt.
I am Matt, playing Brian Greenwell, child of Gaia Theurge, who has been stuck here, or stuck wherever we ended up in the caern, I guess, to learn some gifts, and unfortunately he's still wanted by somebody for losing his vehicle. So
they don't forget these things.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to Aloysius.
Hello. I was fully prepared for you to call on me when my face was stuffed with nachos.
Yep.
But
I thought even I'm not that mean.
well, even so, my mind was mentally preparing for it. Hello, I'm Aloysius. I'm playing Otto Miller, a former security guard at a Pentex subsidiary, who killed quite a lot of people when he changed in the building, and so now he's sort of getting a forced fresh start.
All right, and last but not least, let's talk to Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Alice Monroe, who started out as a librarian who also liked to camp a lot, and then at the age of 40 turned into a werewolf and was a little concerned.
Yeah, that does tend to, I guess, disrupt your normal daily life. Mm-hmm. But anyway, now that we've met our players, let's talk about story here. Just kind of a quick recap from last week. We began with the pack were kind of getting used to their new home in the Mount Rainier area of Washington State. They're each adjusting to the new place. It's taken them a little time. It's been a little hectic, a little stressful for some of them. Alice has a job at the Pierce College Library in Puyallup, Washington. She's had almost a student of sorts, their new packmate, Mother's Dream, who was born lupus, but has a strong urge to learn more about the what humans are like. So she's expressing an interest in learning how to read. I wish I could learn how to speak.
Imagine if you know how to speak.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, speaking's overrated. Why do I need to do that? Diana is pursuing her degree at Harvard through the interwebs, and is also working part-time at Rusty's, a bar and grill just outside the national park. On her last day working there, which is in game terms is really yesterday, there was a bobcat prowling around outside the bar. And typically you don't see a lot of them during the winter, much less coming out to be near where the humans are. But she kind of managed to scare it away a little bit, and it just kind of fucked off conveniently, but kind of raised some questions. Otto and Brian, they're both kind of keeping low profiles as much as they can. Otto has decided to work as a bartender at a kind of a hole in the wall. I don't recall what the name was again.
We hadn't come up with one yet.
We had not come. Okay, we will.
Off the hole in the wall.
A hole in the wall. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. There we go. It's the hole
I just had a name, but I shouldn't use it. Even I'm like, no, that might get us kicked off. Off Twitch. I'll send it to you guys in chat.
Excellent.
Somehow I know what it'll read.
Yeah. But anyway, Brian, we need to kind of talk about kind of what he's been up to these last couple of months. Is he trying to work again as an EMT, or what's he kind of doing?
No, I don't know. The problem is that where he was doing that, he's now far across the country here.
Mm-hmm.
So it may or may not be an issue. I don't know. He definitely wants to learn more about kind of his role from his auspice.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, he's been trying to learn things from the spirits. So right. I picked up 2 gifts, one from an owl spirit, one from a dove spirit. And I kind of want to learn more about what it is to be a Garou. I've been a city boy for all my life, mostly, and or suburb city boy.
Mm-hmm.
And now he wants to learn more about what he's, this new trail, a new path in life, especially given that he does have family that have done this job have been a part of this for a long time. So he's kind of very interested to explore this side of things for the time being. I don't know what happened last week, but Brian may or may not be easy to work in or not.
Okay. Well, it's easy to work in. I actually took control of him for a little bit, just to kind of keep the story moving.
Okay.
Otto and Brian, as part of the SEP's responsibilities is to patrol outside the caern. And they were on a patrol. The area is usually pretty quiet. We are in January of 2024, and they, while they were out patrolling, they came across a set of tracks, wolf tracks that then turned into much larger tracks. They determined that at some point this wolf had switched into the hispo form. There was also a set of tracks next to this first initial set that at one point disappeared and then reappeared. As they prowled around, they soon discovered that there was a pair of wolves right outside the basically the invisible line that says, okay, now you're within the bawn, kind of the outskirts of the caern. They met a black wolf with a graying muzzle that goes by the name of Howls of Legends.
Which Otto thinks is the most badass name he's ever heard in his life.
And they also came across another wolf who had snuck up on them, a kind of a gray wolf with some red and black on them, by the name of Moon Eye. They have a scar over their eye and kind of a white eye. They weren't overly aggressive, but they were kind of standing their ground for the most part. These 2 wolves surrounded surrounded Otto, and until Brian arrived in hispo form and sort of nudged them and sort of gave them the bum's rush. Said, we don't know who you are. Get the hell out of here. So these 2 wolves did leave.
Howls of Legends was pretty chill. Moon Eye was the one who was like, I'm gonna mess you up, I swear.
Yeah. She was a bit aggressive, but they did fuck off in their own way. Another odd thing that has been going on is. I believe we're going to call that Werewolf the Wild West when we run that. More to come on that.
Yeah.
Another odd thing that was reported by the news is that a brown bear was seen outside of one of the ranger stations. There is a large storm coming within the next 5 or 6 days. But the fact that a bear is out in the daytime around a ranger station, not looking for picnic baskets, but is prowling around and actually threatened one of the rangers, has made national news. That is something that Diana had her girlfriend do some internet snooping on to find some more information about that story. So it's some odd things going on in the park. When we pick up on the next day, Alice has a little bit of business to finish up before she has to meet the rest of the pack, because they are going for a run outside of the caern. Alice is supposed to be looking for a book for Diana.
Right. So before I leave the library, I'm going to text, like, what was the name of that book you wanted?
Yeah, Diana just responds back, like, just any book on wolf migration patterns in the Great Smoky area.
Okay. I shut off the phone because that's what she does when she's not talking, and goes over into the area that has to do with, like, wildlife and things like that, climate, ecology, all that stuff, and finds a few.
Diana would have given you her library card if you were out the door that morning, and she was probably just waking up.
Oh yeah.
So you could check it out. And she probably also gave you her 20 stack of books that were due yesterday.
Oh god.
and her debit card to pay off the fee, but that's just normal for Diana.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so I figured I flipped through them and I find 2 that have a lot of pictures and a lot of diagrams and a lot of talk in there. So I'm gonna go check them out myself and then bring them to you.
The books are probably about 5 years old.
Yeah, well, you gotta start somewhere.
So fairly recent. Does Diana want to do any internet research herself, or just wants to start with these books?
Oh, I think the books are a starting place for her.
Okay.
I feel like Diana was raised to always look at physical books before we go on the internet.
Okay, sounds good. We are going to say then that Alice then joins Diana, and maybe they're going to drive over to... Again, there is only a certain point that they can drive to before they have to go on foot to get to the caern. And the rules of approaching the caern is you must be in lupus form. For this particular run this afternoon, you guys decide to not start in the caern itself. You kind of have the rendezvous spot you guys usually meet up. It's kind of a bonding thing you guys have started, that at least once a week you guys get together and just kind of run as a pack. Mother's Dream is there when you arrive, and she is she's actually in her Hamid form.
Wow.
Talking to Otto. I'm going to assume everyone starts off in Hamid to arrive. But yeah, when you get there, Brian probably arrives a little bit after that. But Mother's Dream is chatting up Otto about this drink slinging thing she's heard of. She goes, so this place, the people buy drinks that purposely get them sick. Do they intend to throw up? Is that what humans do? And she's asking Otto this.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
that's
My brain was taking a second to catch up to that.
Your brain was still on the nachos.
Yes.
Yes, I was really lost in the nachos. I'm sorry.
Nachos.
Left and path.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, not for most people. That's not the intent. But every once in a while, you'll get someone coming to do that for one reason or another.
I've never been sick as a human.
It's like when, I guess like when you're in your lupus form. It's like when you eat a lot of grass to make yourself throw up. Because you're not feeling good.
Okay. And then people give you the plastic cards to here. I want to become purposely sick and stupid.
Sometimes they give you cash, but yes, they give you the plastic cards.
I think Diana wanted to give me one of those plastic cards. No, it wasn't one of those. It was and she's kind of reaching through her pockets and her kind of weird jacket. She goes, a library card. Can I purchase sick drinks with a library card?
Unfortunately, no. That only lets you check out library books from a specific library.
Oh, maybe Diana can get me one of those. And she sees Diana and Alice come up. Yeah. Diana, can you get me one of these money cards?
Diana looks over at Alice, being like, "Do we really want to give Mother Stream a debit card?"
I don't know.
Okay. With that, Diana will turn around, look back at Mother's Dream, just like why don't we work on making sure you understand the human world before we teach you about the currency?
I think that's a good idea because it's that confuses me.
It confuses a lot of people, honestly. But, yeah.
So, I'll go in my bag and I'll pull out $1,
mm-hmm.
and then I'll pull out. Diana will pull out her credit card.
Okay.
Be like, when you swipe this, you're spending this. So before you can use your credit card or your debit card, you need to understand the value of this piece of paper.
And she says, she goes, I will go to the library and learn about that.
Okay. I'll help you find stuff for that.
Okay. Yeah,
I've
so
read a documentary on the effects of capitalism and the effects of us changing from the gold system into the system we're using today.
Okay. All right. She seems very pleased with this, and
really get her learned on her financial literacy.
Oh yes.
She has spent experience points to get 1 dot of academics.
Oh, good.
So she is very interested in learning how to read. Again, once more of this Dr. Seuss.
Yes, there's more.
On her way to being an educated woman.
Yep. You know what? Just for the joke, Diana will go in her bag, and after work, we'll say she picked up a copy of the Lorax from Walmart when she was shopping.
That one she will be very, very intrigued by.
Yes.
I'll give her the Lorax.
And she goes, I will read it tonight. She says, is he a spirit? Is he this little hairy man?
He's he's a spirit that speaks for the trees.
He speaks for the trees. And she kind of looks around. She says, I wish I could talk to the trees. And when Brian approaches, she spins and goes, Brian, can you talk to the trees?
Not yet, but I'm working on that. The trees do have spirits within. At least that's what they keep telling me.
Yeah. So
I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'll get there.
So she kind of puts the book in her coat, and then takes off her coat. And I believe we all said that they had done the rite or whatever that dedicated your clothes so that you don't have to get your clothes with shift. Yeah. So okay, so she's like, I'm ready to run, and she drops down and is shifting to Lupus. So I'd like everyone to click on your shape change icon and shift over to Lupus.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's already there. Yeah.
I believe it's
this button? Lupus?
There it is.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
just a little wolf
Are we just transforming, or are we rolling for shape change?
rolling for shape change.
Rolling for
Okay,
shape
I just wanted
change.
to clarify.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me see if I
Well-
can figure that out.
Did mine even roll? I was trying that.
Diana failed.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out where the dice
Otto
are.
also failed.
Hang
Okay.
on, let me fix this a little bit.
It ha-
Okay.
Yep. You click on the little shape change icon. Has a
I
wolf
did
on it.
that. Yeah, I did that. And
Okay.
then
And then what you're gonna
oh, there's
do
the dice.
is-
Okay.
Yep.
I think.
Yep, you-
No, that sent me somewhere else entirely.
Hold on.
Okay.
I think you already are in lupus. So we're gonna
Okay.
just say, all right,
Fine.
you're in lupus. Okay. All right.
Sure. Why not?
Alice was ahead of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Otto
Okay.
failed and Diana failed. How did Brian do?
I think I don't know. It didn't see any dice. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah. It's on the sheet. Then you just like highlight lupus and click on it.
Yeah.
So,
I did.
Otto also
Okay.
failed. You needed
It didn't
4
roll any
successes
dice.
for that one.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're not going to sweat it for right now. We're going to say that
Yeah.
anybody who failed, it just took you a minute or two.
Yeah.
Mm.
That something's maybe got you on edge or something.
Yes,
like
we were
that.
having performance anxiety.
Yeah, I've been a little bit too much in the books that, I kind of forgot what the hell it really was.
I swear this has never happened to me.
Normally, I can just get going right away. For some reason, it's taking me a minute.
Well, Magadon sells a pill that you can take.
Uh,
Anyway, but you guys take off for your weekly run. You guys head kind of.
Oh, there we
something
Oh.
just rolled.
go. I figured out how to get it to go. And
Okay.
I got 2 successes, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
that was successful.
You actually technically you needed 4.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I
So
did
you're
too.
also having performance
Yeah.
anxiety.
Yeah. I got halfway there.
Yep. One of the things is I think Primal Urge is like part of the
Yeah, that's why I raised mine up.
Mhm.
yeah. So you guys are out for your run, and you each now that
Oh,
you're
wait,
in
there's the
lupus.
dice.
Pardon
Hold
me?
on. Sorry, I just found the dice.
Yeah, so did I. It took me a second.
Not quite what we were looking for.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, John.
Yeah.
So we'll
We're
found the
not
dice.
good at
I
it
mean,
yet.
Yep.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah. So you are out on your run with your heightened senses. You each smell something of a wolf that because you were heading north. So you each smell a wolf nearby. Now let's see. Brian and Otto, the closer you get, you recognize the scent. Diana and Alice, you do not recognize it. But those who do recognize it, you smell the wolf that named itself Moon Eye.
Okay.
Okay.
The meaner one.
Yeah, the one.
Okay, good to know.
And the direction it's coming from would be kind of the edge of the bawn. So, but yeah, you smell that dead ahead.
All right. Well, I'm start making my way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diana will follow Otto.
Yeah, I'll follow everybody else.
Okay.
We smell someone who was here before.
Mother Stream kind of runs ahead and she's like, says, yeah, okay. When you get there, you see this this same wolf, the gray with the red and black. Its back is to you, and it sits. If you knew where the imaginary line was, essentially a circle
Mhm.
around the cairn, this wolf sits right at the edge of that circle with its back to you.
Hello, Moon Eye.
Turns, looks at you. Ah, I know you.
Yes. You bull rushed me yesterday.
And she just kind of turns and just looks back, like she's, like, you imagine she's looking forward, like in towards the caern.
Can we help you?
Not yet.
Where's Howls of Legends?
She is. Sorry, storyteller. Check his notes. She is to the north.
Why did she
Doing
not
the
come
same
back?
thing you're doing?
We're waiting.
For who?
Or what?
For an invitation.
From whom?
And she looks over. I don't know you. Who are you?
Diana.
Diana. I will not enter the bawn without an invitation. It would be rude.
Yeah, Diana's gonna look at you all and just kind of like give like a little pat on the ground. Basically, she's saying she's gonna go grab an elder of the caern, and she's gonna book it off into the caern herself. To
Okay.
go for, runner.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
she's going to run in. Okay. So the rest of you.
I'm gonna chill.
Yeah, I'm not. Just in case this thing turns ugly, I want to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mother's Dream is going to sprint to the east. She goes.
Actually, I'm gonna go to the north side.
Okay. All right. So you're going to basically cut through.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Otto kind of runs through basically and then heads out to the north side. And at about an equal distance, you come across a black wolf who you recognize as Howls of Legends. In basically almost the exact same spot, but parallel,
Yep.
just waiting.
Hello again.
Shit.
Hello. It's good to see you again.
To you as well, I hope. I hear you're waiting for an invitation.
Yes.
Well, I think one of my companions is working on that.
Okay.
Hypothetically, I'm not sure.
She just kind of nods her head at you, but doesn't budge. Just still sits in place.
Is
At
it the two of you, or are there two more of you on the east and west side?
And she smiles and she says, "Very sharp." Yes. There are.
All right.
Back in the cairn itself, you remember there's like a hunting cabin that a lot of you go in, especially during the inclement weather. When you get there, you get through the door, Diana. You get inside, and there is a roaring fire going. It's nice. You think you smell hot chocolate when you come in. Mountain Runner is sitting on the floor. In front of the fire, and across from him is Halima, a theurge that you had met. She's in Hamid form, but of course Mountain Runner's in Lupus. And they look up at you. He says, "Good morning, Cub."
Yeah, Diana
He's-
is gonna slowly walk over, and then as she like goes to sit down next to Runner, she is gonna try to like playfully like swat at him.
Okay.
That's what they do.
Give me a strength and brawl, please.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is just how they are with each other. You gotta attack your mentor, when you first do it. This was established in season 1. I believe I click brawl first, and then I do strike, yes.
Yes, yeah.
I'm still training. I'm
Yep.
still learning how to fight.
What?
But 2 successes!
Good success. Okay, yeah, you
not the last
swat
thing.
him really well, and he just kind of like swings his head back, and he's like, "Arr." And he's like, "What do you need?"
Why do you assume every time I come to see you I need something?
kind of grumbles something about you're kind of a pain in the ass, but in a playful way.
Yeah, hearing that, she playfully just goes and being like, well, I would prefer my mentor not to be an old man. And then I'll look at him.
I am no man.
Well, I did hear you're at least 6, but there's a life expectancy for wolves in this area.
Get on with it.
Okay. There are currently at least 2 wolves demanding access to the caern for some reason. They seemed like this is something we would get the elders to investigate.
And he looks over at Halima, and she kind of shrugs her head like, "We didn't know of anybody in the area. Yet, don't let them in just yet. We need to kind of determine who they are and what their numbers are."
From what I got from Otto and Brian, it seems that they were here yesterday scouting. And it seems that, once again, our lovable Brian got himself injured.
Again? Why is it the cleric who always gets hurt?
You always go towards the healer.
Or in some games, the healer goes towards the danger. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah. And no, they don't need no stinking badges.
Yeah.
Mountain Runner gets up and is like, "All right, let's go." Now, from the east, you hear Mother's Dream bark out, howl out. I found another.
Yeah, Diana hearing that howl is basically going to be like the most likely there's one at the west as well.
Okay. Halima follows you out, and she shifts to Lupus. She's going to head to the west. So basically, by howling back and forth, you have determined there are at least 4 wolves at each cardinal direction, standing at the very edge of the bawn. To the north, a last wolf approaches. And this one is a bit more muscular in shape, and is mostly gray and white, and just kind of pads up behind Howls, just kind of nods his head at Otto and says, "We're all present if we have your approval to enter." I don't know if you speak for your pack.
For my pack, okay.
Which way was Diana going with Mountain Runner? To the west?
Yeah. Before Diana would have left with Runner, she would have gave a howl to basically communicate like which one seems to be like the leader to take Mountain Runner to.
Okay. He's like now smelling like crazy. Going, at the west, you find a husky black wolf with red fur around its eyes. This one is kind of just a snarl on their face. But now they all seem to be howling around. You speak Garou, speak wolf, so you hear from the north. We've been given permission to enter.
There's just a pinch, like it's not an actual pinch, but like Mountain Runner could just feel that Diana wants to pinch the bridge of her nose at the moment.
Mountain Runner will go up and smell this wolf and be like, and she kind of grumbles, "I smell no taint on them. You may enter." And from each corner that everyone's at, each of these wolves basically just straight line heading straight into the caern.
Okay.
They really don't say anything to you. They just kind of keep walking in until you reach the there's kind of a courtyard that was like in the cairn, but there's been some decent snow there, so but they've kind of cleared the area out. There's still an area for an outdoor fire, but they do kind of stop when they all see each other. And Mountain Runner says, "All right, who is the alpha of this pack?" The gray wolf that had come from the north, he kind of steps up and says, "I am Chainbreaker, Arun of the Uktena. I am the alpha of this pack." And he looks over at the husky black wolf, who speaks up and says, "I am Strikes Twice, Arun of the Shadow Lords. I am the beta of this pack." And from the east, who I did not describe, I don't think so. I did not. A odd kind of wolf. They have a patch of fur on their right hind leg that is dyed pink. And says, "Hello, I'm Dyer. I'm Theurge of the Bone Gnawers." Howls of Legends introduces herself again. She is a Galliard of the Black Furies. And Moon Eye with a grumble says, "I'm a Theurge of the Red Talons." We
That
are
explains a lot.
our pack is known as the Brave Ridge, and we thank you for your courtesy. Mountain Runners. It's kind of looking around at Halima. So why did you come here? We were told that there was to be glory to be found at the Sept of the Spotted Owl. The spirits have guided us all the way from the area you call Yellowstone. We have come west, seeking to find further glory and root out the worm wherever it may lie.
Yeah, hearing that, Diana is gonna go look at Brian. Like, please confirm the spirit sent them here.
I will do my best.
That's all we can hope for.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe. What do you have? Like spirit speech? I think you have.
Yeah, I have the spirit speech gift, and I have the spirit magnet feat.
Yeah, and you also befriended a nature spirit in season 1 that guided us to the caern.
That is accurate.
Oh.
Yes. So,
Speaking to the trees.
yes.
Yeah, I have it down. It was a vine-like spirit related.
It was. I know. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. So.
Yes. But the other thing was Brian has been speaking with other spirits, learning their gifts. Hence the 2 gifts he did pick up. I want to take a look at the. Wait a sec here. So I don't think I have to do anything for this.
I don't believe so. I'd have to look at it again, but
Yeah, and spirit speak. The gifts are permanent. I just can speak to the spirits.
okay.
Most of the time, the Emerald Inhabitants are simply curious, changing to attract more than bargain for. Banes are likely to come calling. None of these spirits who collect in your vicinity under your command, unless you use a gift, which I don't intend to do, but because they could get violent spirits. That's what the other gift is for, spirit trap. If we run into any.
Yep.
All right, so Brian will. I don't really have any. I have a moot right. I don't really have any rights to do anything with the spirits, but I will kind of pad off to, just kind of step away from the rest of the group, turn my back, kind of go into maybe a more foresty, where there's more trees or bushes or something, and try to open myself up to the spirits and beseech their aid, I guess, or confirm. I don't know how far Owl Spirit can come. I know he's kind of the caern spirit, but I will do my best to talk to the spirits that are nearby and see if they can confirm these wolves' mission.
Okay. You do not necessarily get Owl right away.
No, I didn't figure.
You do find Fox is nearby, and also Sparrow. There's no nature spirits because right now it's winter and they're really kind of lying dormant in that regard. Fox says, I watched this pack of wolves move across the land slowly but surely. They helped stop a foul spirit and seem to have no clever. The way he says it, no cleverness to them, no suspicious actions to them. Fox appreciates clever actions. These guys seem very forthright. Yeah, seem very forthright. And Sparrow will tell you that they seem forthright, but not a group to underestimate. That there is a strength to them that is held in check.
Perhaps they're seeking some greater glory, as they mentioned.
Yeah.
Can either of you sense what this glory might be about that they're seeking?
Sparrow will say, there's something on the wind. There's something, a change. I sense it. Perhaps this change has brought them here. Perhaps they're meant to be part of the change. That much has not been revealed yet. Okay.
Thank you, good spirits. I appreciate your aid. Brian will then return to the group, saying that spirits vouch for these individuals. They seem. Fox says he senses no cunning from them, but they are honorable and forthright. Sparrow confirms and senses that there is some changes upon the winds that come to us, but they cannot sense more.
Yeah. Diana is just understand Mountain Runner did it, but she also just wants to use her sense of the worm.
Sure.
Just to confirm.
Go for it. Yep.
I believe I can just push sense of the worm on my character sheet.
I think you should. Yeah. I think it should be set up to go.
Come on, let me succeed on sense of the worm at least once.
You got one. You rolled Gift of True Form.
Oh no! Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong one. Wrong one.
There are no vampires present.
I was going to say, well, you do get
Oh, what should I set the difficulty for sense of the worm?
6 is fine.
Okay, 6.
Yeah.
Come on, Diana. 2 successes.
2 successes. No, there's no worm upon them. They are, from what you can tell, they're honest in what they say, and you're not quite sure what breed they are.
Yeah.
But there's no worm taint that you can tell.
Yeah. Then Diana is going to speak. Did we ever name our pack?
I was thinking.
We had narrowed down a couple options. I know at one point we said search party. Another was like Pathfinders.
Okay, Diana inserts name here. We really got to decide this by episode 3.
Let's do that at some point. But you're right. Insert name here. So.
You have checked out with us, and as of now, you're good in our book. So do not take this trust for granted, because it can always be revoked.
Chainbreaker smiles. He says, "Are you your PAX Alpha?"
Once again, Diana just kind of looks at Otto, because at the end of season 1, it was between the two of them, and then just there's just that devilish smirk that you get from a 19-year-old, and like, I act as the alpha at times, yes.
I would say Otto will not say anything. He will just inhale sharply out of his nostrils.
Diane will look at Otto. She has some character growth and just goes, our pack comes from that of human forms. This means in times me and her tail like kind of like swishes like towards Otto, like she's pointing with it, and just goes, we tend to share the responsibility equally on who is in control depending on the situation.
And the entire pack just kind of exchange glances like an alien concept.
Listen, Diana's giving Otto some credit. Diana's better at the tactical part. You're better at the fucking people up part.
Yeah.
Chainbreaker says, interesting. We are all of wolf blood. And in wolf society, there must always be an alpha. But do whatever suits you best.
Oh, trust me, we will. A little bit of her guile background is coming out in her right now.
But he kind of gives Otto kind of like a wink. Like, almost kind of a, you okay, bro? like you'd interpreted that as a, you okay with this, bro?
I'll just wait. There's only so much I can convey at this moment in time, so I guess I'll just wink back.
Okay. He says, I do speak for my pack, but I am not their only voice. And it is good that you each are individuals, because the pack is what matters most. That is where your strength comes from. Mountain Runner is going to invite them inside to the fire. It's a sunny day, but it's just getting colder, and invites them in. Says, we'll prepare a feast for our new arrivals tonight, and we will share tales by the fire. So everybody kind of crowds into the cabin. The Braveridge, as a pack, don't seem to be really comfortable in there, even though there's a fire in there. They each kind of just keep looking at the door, like we feel safer outside. But for the time being, they'll stay inside with you guys.
Yeah.
But you're in kind of our, corners. Like we're in our corner, unless you guys wander over to interact with them. For right now, you're kind of each stand in your corners.
So is everyone still in wolf form right now?
I think Diana's staying in wolf form.
Yeah, everyone is still in wolf form.
Yeah.
Halima actually will change back to Hamid, and just kind of excuses herself for a moment, and she is going to go outside. You see her kind of reaching into her coat, like pulling out a cell phone, as she kind of steps outside.
All right.
Brian is curious about the two other theurges that were.
Okay.
I think there were two theurges, right?
There are two theurges, yeah. Yeah, Bonar and a Red Talon. Yep.
Okay, well, he's more interested in the Bonar.
Okay. Right.
Let's standoffish that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all of them, he's about the most friendly.
Right. That's what I kind of pinged on. So I do want to talk to. I forgot the name of the Onar.
Dyer.
Dyer.
Dyer. Yes.
Like Dyer.
Yeah, Dyer. Yes.
Okay, so it's like someone who dyes things. Because I noticed the same leg. All right. So
there you go. You caught that. So.
Yeah, I was. So I want to wander over to them. I'll venture forth, and I want to kind of talk to them and like find more about like who their personal totem is, if they have one, what spirits they've been that Dyer has been kind of talking with lately. You know, what how do they do their voodoo? You know what I mean? He's interested in learning it.
Dyer will tell you that they recently just finished their rite of passage. So in essence, they are the same rank as you guys. You're all rank 1, but they just completed their rite of passage. They had stopped a foul spirit from in the terms he gives you. He speaks more like a human than some of the lupus you've run into.
Right.
And that there was a oil drill that a worm spirit had interfered with and was causing problems, basically. The Braveridge, as part of their rite of passage, had investigated and had slain the spirit. And while they were tempted to disable the drilling site completely, basically they were under orders from higher ranking Garou, who said not to destroy it, as much as their instincts said to destroy it. For that, their pack totem is Weasel, who is a small, slippery creature who tends to use its wits to survive, basically. But their totem at the moment is Weasel.
And what other spirits has he communicated with lately?
Well, on the way there, they spoke with Owl. Owl had given them the guidance to head west. They also spoke with Fox. And they really wanted to find nature spirits because they sensed something as they moved west, that almost like an awakening in the dead of winter. And this seemed like an opportunity for glory for their pack. And we're told that the Sept of the Spotted Owl essentially had vacancy. There's only 2 packs there. And to his pack, well, there's plenty of room for us. And they have
Owl said this to you? But there was...
no, Fox said this.
Oh, Fox. Right.
Yeah, Fox said. Owl gave us guidance, but really wouldn't give us much more, because there was another pack that were dedicated to him. So he didn't give anything extra. They followed Fox and Weasel, who again rely on strength and wits,
cunning and wits
over strength. But said that, hey, yeah, that Sept has plenty of room. Move on in. But first, but obviously they follow protocol, which they wouldn't call protocol.
Yeah.
But knew they did not just walk in. So
well, you were wise to at least follow the tenets, and that you had gained probably some respect with regards to Owl, in following that and choosing the wiser course of actions. Well, we should all share tales about our our travels and our tribulations, as it were. I am, for one, glad to meet you. I hope we will all become good friends.
Yeah, Dyer is friendly. Moon Eye is not. Moon Eye is grumpy Gandalf, basically, and is, begrudgingly acknowledged you before he kind of just went off, just kind of sniffing around, and just kind of used a paw to open the door and just walk out. So, Chainbreaker just kind of gives a laugh and says, Moon Eye does not enjoy being in human structures. She needs, I keep messing them up. She needs open sky above her to feel comfortable. She can be a bit grouchy at times.
Well, that's a curse I guess she has to live with.
Okay. Anybody else interacting?
Yeah, Diana, I'm assuming since this is a cabin, there's like some snacks around and like some.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned. So Diana can't help herself. She was raised as a Greek woman, and rules of hospitality means Diana has to offer a snack. So like, she's gonna like pot over and remember she's the runt of the litter. She's tiny,
small.
Now she can shift back to Hamid if she wants to. She's
staying in Wolf as a respect.
So she's gonna like grab the bag with her teeth.
Yeah. You want to she's gonna like
shake it
up on the counter, grabs it in her mouth, and then just kind of walks up to them and just like paws it open. Like, he's trying to be respectful, and Runner always says when meeting a new pack, you should probably stay in your wolf form as a sign of respect. She's trying this. It's uncomfy to her. But then she'll just look at them and go like, snacks?
What are snacks?
They're like...
Most of them look at you like, what are snacks? Chainbreaker goes, yes, of course. Says, do you need help with that bag?
Yes, please. I'm used to having thumbs.
Mother's Dream at that will actually shift to Hamid.
Okay.
And will run into the kitchen and goes bowls, and she's kind of
top shelf in the third cabinet. Listen, Diana's an organized person. She's probably going to organize the cabinet for these people.
Strikes twice. The beta of the pack kind of wanders out to the kitchen. Is just kind of watching Mother's Dream. He says, "So you enjoy this monkey form?" And she spins and says, "That's a rude term. Don't call them monkeys."
Oh, she's learning.
She's had character development.
And Strikes tries to smells her, goes, "You aren't a human. You're a wolf. But sometimes you do need those thumbs to do simple tasks, I suppose." And just kind of turns around and just kind of strolls back out. Mother's Dream kind of comes back with like a big bowl, and she's like, "What are we having? Are we having the Cheetos? The
Close.
Cheetos.
Cheetos. Yes, and she'll start pouring things in.
Yeah, and I want to say it's the puff version, which honestly is the more like supreme version of Cheetos.
Okay.
I'm assuming she pours them in the bag for Diana, who is sitting there struggling in her wolf form.
Oh yeah. Mother's Dream is all about embracing these human customs, and wants to help. So she's most of the Braverage are just kind of, they might come over and like get up and kind of sniff the bowl, like, and they're House of Legends will go up and it's just kind of like swipes a couple
Mhm.
out of the bowl and kind of knocks on the floor and just starts, you know how dogs are when they
All right,
when they
yeah,
when, they, when they get a treat. Yeah, and she's just getting like cheese like all
Yeah.
over her mug.
Oh no.
Nice.
These are acceptable.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
About Alice or Otto.
Alice is gonna go outside and talk to what was the one that went outside? The name?
Halima.
Mooneye.
Mooneye.
And
Mooneye.
well, Halima is from your is already, you
Hi.
guys already know.
Right. Yeah.
Mooneye was the grouchy one who
Right.
went outside.
So Alice doesn't like to be around a lot of people, so she's gonna go outside too. You know?
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
When you get outside, you see Halima is talking on her phone, and you can hear she is talking to one of her pack mates who you have met before, a bone gnar named Glory B, and just kind of just filling him in, being like, yeah, they've we don't know who they are, they seem legit. But before we kind of give them the run of the place, we kind of need to kind of have a conversation as a sept before we kind of, you know, give them the run and, you know.
Right now they're just invited guests.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's yeah. So that's kind of the gist you get of what she's talking to Glory B about. Mooneye is just kind of sitting kind of by where the campfire would be, just sitting in the snow
Mhm.
and just glaring daggers at you.
At me?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I'm gonna slowly walk a little closer
Mm-hmm.
and say, right now there are snacks in the cabin. If you'd like to eat.
And just
No?
shakes her head. Says, no worm treats for me.
Okay. Just figured I'd tell you you had an opportunity. You don't have to do it. I mean, I'll go walking away.
Yeah, she's just.
Mountain Runner is getting, you know, ran through on the grumpiest wolf of the caern.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mountain Runner is.
You're gonna have some
is
run for
like
his money.
cheerful compared to
Yeah.
this wolf. Yeah.
Mhm.
How about Otto?
Was Chainbreaker the one that winked at me
Chainbreaker.
before?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go chill with him.
Okay. He says, "Sir, are you the pack's warrior?" And
Yes.
I've felt the presence of Northwind in the past, and I sense you are one of its children.
I guess that's accurate. I'm still learning all the terminology, if I'm being honest.
You are blessed, for Northwind does not accept those of human birth. There must be something special about you that they see.
Well, I don't exactly know what that might be, but I'll take your word for it.
All will be revealed in time.
So, what's your story, I guess?
He will tell you a story of that he was raised in captivity, and once he had his first change, he had a rough time of it. There was much blood, much anger, and he made it his mission to free all of the wolves that were in this same sanctuary, and that is how he earned the name Chainbreaker. he regrets the loss of human life. Not all of the humans were bad to him, but in the rage, in the frenzy, all he saw was enemies that kept him locked down and kept him from being free. And all he could do was just try to pull himself out of this red rage, and he ran from there, and then in time did find the rest of his pack, and basically earned the right to be alpha of the pack. Although he is a warrior, he doesn't see himself as a berserker type. He's trying to learn to use his head first without just going red and raging. And it's been tough with this pack because strikes twice is, he says, to be truthful, strikes twice is always nipping at my heels. He's a shadow lord.
Literally, or in the metaphorical sense?
And he understands the term metaphorical. He says, I'd say both.
Okay.
Of all my pack mates, I probably trust him least. He's a shadow lord. They're always looking to gain power.
I'll take your word on that one, and thanks for the heads up, yep. I guess.
And Moon Eye has wisdom, but she is there's much anger in her.
That is pretty apparent, yeah.
Yeah. But we have been strong together because we balance each other's weaknesses, and we're just looking for a chance to find a home and make a name for ourselves.
I think that's a fair thing to want.
And I sense the same from you.
Yeah, maybe.
If this isn't what you want,
well,
don't chain yourself here. Then
I don't know what I want with, what I've been thrown into. I guess I didn't really know what I wanted before either, but it's a lot less clear now.
He says the one named Diana seems wise.
Yeah, she's definitely wise for a 19-year-old. I will give her that. Definitely knows what she's talking about.
Your pack totem is whom? Is it owl?
Yes, it is.
They would not choose you if your pack did not have some sort of wisdom to them. Let that be your guide. Don't give in to the rage.
Yeah, that can be a bit too easy at times.
And that's kind of really all they have to say. They kind of look over at that bowl of Cheetos and they're like, no.
No, they're not all that.
No.
Especially the puffy ones. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Oh no! Just started a war.
I'm so tempted to go give them peanut butter. But
we noticed you have sofas.
Yes, exactly.
Diana needs to know them a bit more before the childishness comes out of her. What's House of Legend doing?
She is just sitting on the floor, but she kind of has her eyes closed, like she's almost kind of like meditating.
Yeah. Can I ask Dyer a question real quick?
Dyers. Yes.
This might be a rude thing to ask. Still getting used to Wolven culture. Is there a significance of the pink dyed part of your fur on your leg?
A human was cruel to me and dyed my leg because they thought it was funny.
You know, there's a way we can fix that, right?
I do, but I wear it as a badge now.
Yeah,
It is something I overcame.
Yeah. Diana just kind of like smiles, and you watch as she like moves some of the fur around her chest, where there's probably like a big scar from her training, and just goes, "I get it. Sometimes it's best to wear our scars with pride. Also, you're the nice one, right?"
I like to think so. Yes.
Wonderful. Diana is just going to like in a Wolven language, she's gonna like bow her head a bit as like a sign of respect between wolves. And she is now, if I remember right, Theurges have connections with spirits.
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna look and just go, you know how to talk to spirits and possibly summon them as a form of communication?
Yes.
I am tied to a ancestral spirit. Would you mind having times where we meditate together? Maybe you can help with my connection. It's nothing against our Brian. It's I don't want the blind leading the blind.
and Dyer kind of looks on, says, I sense we are equals. I am not sure if I am any better than he.
There's just a small look over at Brian and then back at Dyer, being like,
I'm not offended.
Now, if you ask Moon Eye, you might get a different answer. But...
Yeah, it is just well, why don't we all do some meditation with the spirits later?
He's like, okay, we can do that.
Wonderful, because I would like to get to know you all.
Brian does want to go to who was the leader? The Chainbreaker.
Yeah,
Chainbreaker. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So he wants to go over to Chainbreaker. I was a medic in a former life. Are any of you suffering any sort of wounds or
no
anything that might require any treatment?
No, we are quite well, and we are strong and hardy.
Okay, I just thought I'd offer any if you needed any services.
Thank you. Mountain Runner is suggesting in the evening basically a telling of tales.
Yeah.
If anyone is supposed to work this evening, now your character can leave, but
yeah, can remind me who has the ability to have cell service out here?
The wolf who's not here, the glasswalker who's not here, but you did see the Halima had used a cell phone.
Can Diana walk out to her?
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, can I borrow your phone?
Yep.
You're gonna need to change.
Yeah. I walk up, I might. Yeah, good point. As I walk up, can I change back into my Hamid form?
Yep. Go ahead and click your on your sheet. Change back to. I think it's automatic if it's your breed form.
Yes.
I think So okay, good.
Yeah.
Just so that I just want to make sure everybody does that, so you get all the correct bonuses for rolls and things like that. So okay. All right, so you've changed back to Hamid. You calling out sick?
Diana is basically gonna call up and basically part of her employment was like she's using the excuse that sometimes things come up at school and you know I may need to get off last minute for like a school assignment, and she's basically gonna use her excuse that the school is forcing her to go to a seminar last minute on investigating how new wolf packs are introduced to ongoing environments.
And you hear Rusty is on the phone, and it sounds like it's busy. She's like, all right, Diana. All right, I'm going to cut you some slack on this one. But yeah, please be in tomorrow because, you know, all the locals are, you know, getting ready to hunker down and, you know, and the last of the tourists are coming in, getting their drink on before they head out for this damn storm. So
I'll close tomorrow. I'll pick up the closing shift so you can go home early. You know I got the boys in the kitchen.
All right. And she's going, speaking of which, Hector, hey, hold on. And click. Off.
Yeah. Diana's gonna like walk back in and just in her Hamid form. She feels too lazy to change back now. It just will sit down and be like, I got myself off of work. You know, it's really easy to make an excuse when you don't have to lie.
Okay. Was Otto working that evening or?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's say no. We'll just keep it simple.
I was also gonna say let's say no.
Let's just keep it simple. Okay. In the evening, the rest of the kind of the elder pack there, the winter bite, the rest of them have arrived, and again that was the group that you were used to meeting with. That is sorry guys,
we should write this down.
I don't write anything down.
Oh, I have it written down. I'm just trying to find the names.
I love the honesty, Jen.
It's true.
All that I'm saying is there's too many notes here for me to find 5 specific names.
Yeah. The winter bite are the original pack that you met. You've met Halima. She is the Theurge. Glory B is a bone gnar. Galliard. Prashant Nayar stalks the worm is the Glasswalker, who is the one who has the tech for advancing the cell coverage, and of course Mountain Runner. Now there is one more who is part of the pack, but you don't see him often. His name is Splinterfang.
Yes,
and he is the one that you brought back. He does not come. He is still part of the Sept, but doesn't really interact. He's still kind of taking his time coming back and interacting with the Sept. What they're going to do is they're going to sit outside by the fire and tell stories. Garou legends are an oral tradition, and since this is a lupus pack, they live to tell their stories. Strikes Trice will ask Otto, who is your pack Galliard?
I don't think we have one.
Who is your who will tell the stories of this pack?
I feel like that's just a look at Diana and Alice, who are both blessed as the lore keepers.
Oh
of the pack.
gosh, I think so.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
I have no dots in expression or etiquette or.
Yeah, that's
I have
what
charisma.
What I was going to ask is,
yeah, I have 3 points in empathy and 3 points in expression.
Okay.
Because I was a public speaker before this.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I'm looking for is expression and charisma. So
Yeah, that would give me 6 die. If
Yep,
told the story.
I have 2 in charisma and nothing in expression.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a character sheet beyond the lupus one.
Mhm.
I can't find it right now.
Well, do you want to change back to Hamid? You can.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, just click on your character sheet and
There.
just go back to Hamid.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
Yes. I think Otto will also do that because as much as he is trying to get used to the lupus form, it still starts making him feel uncomfortable after a while.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
okay. And each time one of you changes,
Mm-hmm.
the Braveridge do look at you.
We
They
are
don't say
primarily a
anything.
Hamid pack, I think, though, aren't we? None of us were.
Yeah.
None of us
Well,
were.
except for Mother's Dream, you guys are all
Yeah,
Hamid.
she's
Right.
not.
Yeah. And
But
and she
the
interestingly
major
enough,
players here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The characters are all Hamid.
Yeah.
She will stay in Hamid.
Mhm.
Oops.
And
I'm wrong. Hold on. Right.
and is kind of under a blanket, shivering, but is sitting next to Alice.
Okay.
And she's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna, these are my pack, and I'm gonna take their form.
Yeah, seeing her shiver, Diana's gonna like go in her bag and pull out, like those self-heating like things for your hands that you can put in between them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Diana's gonna hand one to each like one of the pack members to help keep us warm while we're just sitting here in the cold.
Mother's Dream picks it up and just like sniffs at you.
No, don't eat it.
Don't eat
don't
it.
Like it. Just
It's for warm, not for
hold it
food.
in your hands and like rub your hands together and it warms up. There you go.
Strikes Trice grumbles something about Weaver, but that's you just kind of hear him say something like Weaver.
So hand warmers are of the Weaver, but Cheetos are of the Worm.
I want you to know, you get a glare from Diana, but you do see she does smirk at that joke. And she wants to laugh. Yeah.
Chainbreaker kind of laughs at what Otto says and says, that is a wise observation, my friend.
Yeah. Diana will look over at Splinter. Yeah, I have nicknames for all of them.
Splinterfang's not there, so.
Ah, okay, cool. He's not here, so I don't need to get his permission.
Yeah.
Diana will basically say tell the story of how we earned our dedication with getting Splitter to join.
Okay.
Charisma and expression.
Yeah, please. Difficulty 6. But what we're looking for is kind of the how well does she tell the story? But yeah, let's go ahead and roll that.
3 successes.
3 successes. She does it very well. You notice that the Winterbite Fang who were there, Winterbite Pack who were there when you did all this, are intrigued and they're smiling as they listen to you regaling the story of how you brought back this wayward Garou. When you get to the end, do you stress the guilt that was placed upon them? You tell the story so well, but I'm curious.
I think Diana is not scared to and that how the older pack had that guilt and shame during the redemption.
You have to call it like it is.
But basically, but also stressed the redemption and the key points of how the old pack had to learn from the new. Stressing those lessons and important things in the end.
Okay. Yeah, and the new pack, they listen as well. The Braveridge, they're impressed. Moon Eye doesn't seem to want to react. If you made like a 5 successes, you might see a tiny tear go down her cheek. But you'd need like 5 or 6 successes on a investigation roll to pick that up.
Really just punch her in the heart.
Yeah.
How can I an investigation?
I have 3 dots in investigation.
Can I try investigation?
Perception and investigation.
Okay.
I want at least 6 successes to notice the single tear.
Oh my.
I would need to crit, but it's for the joke.
Yep.
It's for the view.
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
So close. So close. Maybe it's just the cold. But so close.
yeah. You know what? The cold's like getting my glasses a bit frosty. I have to take them off. We don't need to talk about how my entire body changed, but I still need glasses.
At the end of the story, the other 2 packs howl, basically in appreciation, and are celebrating your victories. Now, House of Legends is going to tell their tale. I had basically told it earlier, so you guys have heard the story.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is I just want to see how she does with that. So we are gonna.
Wait, who's telling us?
Howls of Legends.
Howls of Legends, right.
Yeah, she is their Pack Galliard.
Right.
So we are going to. 2 successes. Not as the story isn't quite as good as the way Diana told it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still, a couple hippie snaps, Diana,
out of respect, will
exactly.
Despite her Hamid form, will give that like a howl.
Yeah. Yes. But, yeah.
I snapped and the dog ran over, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you over here.
No! It worked though, didn't it?
It worked, yeah. So, Howls seems a little disappointed. It was almost like a wrap-off, and Diana won. So Howls not quite sulks, but
yeah. Looking at House of Legend, Diana will go. You did great, and if you want, I practice public speaking. If you want some tips.
That's
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh God, she's a sore loser.
Yeah, you beat her, and she's
gonna be gunning for Diana's throat,
and she's a little sore. The rest of the night is spent each telling stories. I'm not gonna make everybody roll for that, but the Braveridge have kind of told their tale. At the end of the evening, they ask Mountain Runner if they may stay. Mountain Runner's he says, I'm not one to kick Garou out into the cold, but we'll have to see how long how long we can keep you here. But because there is a storm coming, and none of us are going to stay here. We're going to have to go elsewhere. So, you don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Is kind of the gist of it. The Braveridge just kind of take that news stoically. And we're probably going to wrap up here. But what I want to see is what anyone else wants to do at the end of the evening before we wrap up.
I'm
Brian
assuming.
is.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, I'm assuming Mother's Dream is going to come back with.
Yes. Yeah.
with both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. She's really liking that futon.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite warm there. She
Yes.
likes that.
By the end of season 2, Diana is gonna regret letting Mother's Dream move into our house.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's gonna be in full teenager mode by that.
Oh
point.
my gosh, yeah.
Get out of my room! You're not my real mom. You know.
Oh
so-
wow.
You
Does she
sleep
even
in the living
understand that?
room.
No, I mean, yeah.
Why can't I have my own phone? So-
Just have a full breakdown.
yeah. Okay.
Brian
Right.
is going to attempt to speak with Owl, just
Okay.
to kind of get a second opinion, confirm what everything that they've said that he learned from Weasel and
Mhm.
Sparrow, or
Mhm.
Fox and Sparrow. I'm sorry. That's his. If Owl says no, they're cool. That's all he really cares about.
Al will say they are ambitious. They are wise but ambitious.
Mhm.
Do not be complacent with them.
Mhm. Understood. I will inform the rest of my pack of what of your sage advice.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can all kind of see that though. Like,
Yes, some of them certainly hide it far less well
Yeah.
than others.
yes. Yes, at least 2 of them, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that. I figured it was a half-hour powwow, and then he's willing to. At that point, he'd be ready to clock out.
Yeah. It's probably going on like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
at this point, and it's
So
fucking
it's probably
cold, so.
best for us
Most
to
of us
stay
have
in the
been up since
caern
dawn.
Yeah. I mean, you could sleep in the cabin
Yeah.
tonight, but they're really kind of getting ready to shut the place down for the storm. So
Yeah. Can Diana wants to stay because she would like to try and contact her ancestral spirit that she's
Okay.
connected to ask for guidance and wisdom about this new pack and how to handle that, but also the strange animal migration with the bears, the bobcat. See if throughout the thousands of years, if there's any signs that she should be looking out moving forward.
okay. Let me check with Otto first to see what he wants to do, and then we'll wrap up with Diana. So
Go ahead.
okay.
I think Otto would sort of just like see what the new pack are sort of like gonna be up to for the evening, sort of like see what their plans are going on. Maybe hang out with Chainbreaker a bit more. But then just sort of like once it reaches a like, all right, pal, get lost kind of deal, then he would just head back to his cabin for the night.
They even though they seem to have their own individual, or they're individuals, you do notice that they do kind of close ranks towards the end of the evening. And he's kind of giving you, okay, it was cool talking to you. Now we're going, it's pack time,
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then they kind of close ranks, you get the feeling like, the social time is over. Nice to meet you.
Yep.
So he tries to not be rude about it in a wolfish way, but
Yep. No, it's very much like, all right, nice meeting you, but
yes,
not really your business anymore, right now. Please get the hell out of here.
They turn their backs on you and walk away. So okay.
No hurt
Diana.
feelings, and
Okay.
he just
Yeah,
heads
no
out.
hard feelings.
Yeah.
This is how we are now.
Yeah. Diana, is that a merit I think you have for the ancestral
Yes,
spirit?
ancestral spirit. So it is the Sophia who was the first werewolf of her family line.
Mhm. Okay. Is there a role required for that? don't recall. I don't think there is.
There's not a role, but the spirit can choose not to answer my call.
Okay. She does respond. It rings a couple times. But,
Yeah.
no. She gets it just before it goes to voicemail. So, so you're asking kind of similar to what Brian asked about the pack, and then you also want to know about the migrations.
Yeah, I want to know if the recent animal activity is something I should really worry about.
Okay. The first thing she tells you about the Braveridge is similar to what Brian learned.
Okay.
They are strong, they are proud, and they are ambitious. So that, in terms of the animals, really her sense is that something is changing. It's not something she can specifically put her finger on, or metaphorically, that something's not awakening, but there's some change at work that is unusual.
Could she tell if it was a positive, negative, or neutral change?
Too soon to tell.
Too soon to tell.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming she can tell me that whatever this is affecting how the animals are behaving in the area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Diana will wish her luck and promise to give a offering on her ancestral altar.
Okay. All right. Hangs up. So.
Because I speak with my ancestor through my dreams. So
I know.
it's more just like
yeah.
honestly,
So
it's
I
probably
wake
the
up.
easiest. It's how Diana, rationalize calling her ancestors. It's just a phone call in her headspace.
Please deposit one dot of Gnosis to continue your call.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. So yes, that's where we're gonna wrap up for tonight. Well, thank my players. That was a fun game. I hope you've enjoyed that. And we are getting ready for the next episode. So that will be next week. Let's go through and see how do you guys feel? How are you guys feeling about the story so far?
I'm digging it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay.
That's why
Good.
Alice
Well,
was
see
mostly
what's-
quiet, was because she just wanted to hear everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to see what's coming next.
I'm liking the character dynamics and development that we've had over the 6 months.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
and I want to know what's going on with these new people. What they up to? What they about?
Why are they here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
They're too
part of
fucking nice.
thinking, maybe they're the bad guys. Like they're gonna cause the awakening.
I mean, well, apparently, 2 of them are jerks. One of them's a pseudo jerk, and then the other 2 seem cool. So it's like you're giving me mixed messages here.
Right,
One of
right.
them did kind of murder a bunch of humans in a blind rage. Otto,
But he feels bad about
He
it.
does,
Yeah.
but we did. But Otto gets an excuse for doing the same thing.
I'm gonna say
Um,
Otto
Yeah.
did indeed also
True.
do that.
Like you're
That
part of
did
the
happen.
pack. You get an excuse for that.
You're
You
one
get-
of us, so you get a pass on
Yeah,
it.
you're one of
Yeah.
ours. So your murderous rage we can overlook.
All right. Well, then we're just gonna have to find out what happens next week as our story progresses. Thanks, Limey, for jumping in. We love the comments. Thanks for watching, my friend. Let's see who has things they want to promote. I will start with my friend Jen first.
Yes, of
Shadow
course. It's always me.
Soulstone.
Yes.
Shadow
And you
Yeah.
usually have stuff to promote.
Right. Yeah, okay, so I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast, mostly about whatever's going on with Blizzard Entertainment now with Microsoft and whatever new things come out in games. You can find new episodes every Saturday at shatteredsoulstone.com and probably other places as well.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Okay. Whispers, what's going on?
I run the Dissonance Complex here on Twitch and YouTube. Come watch as we do, fun stuff. And if you want, a Blizzard-based game, Overwatch is pretty fun sometimes.
Alrighty. That always works. Hey, Aloysius, I heard you have a game.
I do. I'm currently running a game of Symbaroom on this channel. You don't have to go anywhere else. It's right here. Running a game of Symbaroom called Light and Shadows that streams on Wednesdays. At the moment, only got a couple episodes left of the season, and then we're going on break for a bit and seeing how it ends up.
I'm looking forward to it. And hey, Matt, you got anything going on?
Not on a commercial level.
Okay.
No, just in a personal journey, I have lost now. I'm now under 200 pounds.
Hey,
very nice.
Trying to be better about diet and whatnot. So, yeah, I weighed myself Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday a couple of different times, and all of them were 198, 197, 196. Nice. I'm like,
that's good.
All right, I hit that under 200 mark. I'm good.
Nice.
And I'll see the doctor on Friday. Actually, no, sorry, I got pushed to Tuesday just for my annual checkup, and I'm hoping it'll have good thoughts about that. So you
awesome.
See what's going on. But yeah, I'm under 200 pounds. Yay!
Yay.
19. So
congratulations, my friend.
Thanks.
Alrighty. For myself, let's see what's going on with the channel. We have that Symbaroom game next week. We're back here with Controlled Burn next Thursday. And we do have a one-shot of Morkborg coming up in a couple weeks. That we'll let folks know when that is. And some finishing off some werewolf stuff, and then maybe we're going back to vampire. We'll see what we have planned. Yeah, look at us. So yeah, lots of stuff coming up here at the channel. Again, thank you for everybody for watching. We appreciate your support, and we will see you again next week. Good night.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Night, everybody.